Hello, hello. Welcome to the stream. Today we are going to be doing TryHackMe Injectics, which is part of the web application penetration tester path. What's up, Death Bestower? Welcome to the stream. You're here before I even went live, man. I appreciate you being here. What a hero. Perhaps a cyber ghost. Hopefully the stream's working. Is the stream working? Someone type in the chat the stream's working. There wasn't a stream last week because my computer died. I got a new one, and to be honest with you, I don't even know if I set it up the right way because I set it up like not even kidding 5 minutes before I started streaming. So hopefully everything's working. And let me know if the quality is up or down. Let me know if the volume's good because I didn't have enough time to run any tests today. So hopefully it's looking good and sounding good. There is no music anymore, by the way. I know the music was hype. I'm gonna miss the music, honestly, but they gave me a copyright strike somehow. It's supposed to be copyright free music, and it's never been a problem for multiple years now. I've been using it in all my videos, all my live streams, and then out of nowhere, they're like, "Yeah, you can't use my music anymore." I'm like, "Oh, all right," and I disputed it, and they still like, "Nope." And I was like, "It doesn't even make any sense." So I guess I'm not allowed to use. I had to find some other royalty free music to use on the stream. I'm listening to it right now, but you guys can't hear it because the copyright, unfortunately. I wish I could throw it on the stream for you guys to hear. Everything's good. It's good to hear. All right. Well, let's just go ahead and get the ball rolling here. I'm not going to waste much time because I got to hurry and get this done. Because I got a school paper due in like 4 hours. No, 5 hours. All right. So this is just a challenge. This isn't a walkthrough. So there's not going to be me reading the prompt, like reading the screen, like I normally do on these TryHackMe rooms. It's literally me going to be solving a challenge. So use your injection skills to take control of a web app. Task 1 challenge. Start the VM by clicking the start button on the top of the task. So start it here, but there's nothing here. It's literally just capture the first flag and they capture the second flag. An error occurred. I can't start the machine. Why? Oh no, an error occurred while starting your machine. Please try again in a few minutes. What are you talking about? Maybe I gotta connect to the VPN before I can start the machine. That's okay. Maybe it forces you to connect to the VPN first. So we'll do that real quick. Also, I'm going to blur this out while I connect to the VPN. Apparently, it has my public IP address when you do an open VPN connection, which obviously I don't want people to see. So just give me a second here to connect to the VPN here. There we go. I'm on a VPN now. Let's see if it will open up my terminal. We will go full screen, and then I like to no, full screen. And I like to give a little bit of gap here. About right there. All right. And let's go back over to TryHackMe and see if it'll let me start the machine now. An error occurred. Why? I guess I'm not allowed to play TryHackMe today. I don't know what the heck that means. You're disconnected? No, I'm not. I disconnected to the VPN, bro. Let me refresh this. Does it say I'm connected now? Starting your machine. All right, there we go. Yeah, there we go. Cool, 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 cool. Is the LinkedIn stream working? Let me double check this. Is the LinkedIn stream working? Oh yeah, it's working. All right. There's our IP address. So let's just copy that to our clipboard here. Is your name actually YouTube Watcher, or is YouTube just obfuscating your name? YouTube Watcher? That's a sick name, though, if that's really your name. Yeah, what's up, Paul? How's it going, man? All right, let's, this is a web app, so I'm not even gonna do an Nmap scan, to be honest with you, to start this off. I'm just gonna navigate to the IP address and go to the web page. If I don't get anything, then I'll do an Nmap scan. It might be on a different port. Might not be on 443 or 80, but let's just type in the IP address here. See what happens. Siddharth Gar, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping in. Welcome to the Injectics 2024. Catch all the action and track the performance of your favorite athletes and teams. Injectics? Are these like steroid Olympics right now? Is that what that means? If that's not what that means, I don't know what it could possibly mean. I see Injectics and I see athletes. The first thing I can think of is steroids. You know, they should have a steroids Olympics. Like, how far can we make the human body perform elite level stuff? You know what I mean? All right, so there's a leaderboard. USA, everyone's got the same amount of points here. I thought USA is number one, obviously, but they're not winning by much because everyone's got the same score. Let's right click and view page source, see if we can get any information here. By the way, this is a challenge room. This isn't a walkthrough room. I've never done this before. Like, I'm just going in this blind. I'm going to try to hack this. You're going to watch me hack this in real time. Maybe not. I might not be successful. We'll see. The hero banner. Website developed by John Tim. That might be a mails are stored in the mail.log file. Okay, this is interesting to me because I got a dev at Injectics here. And the name John Tim, so this could be a potential admin username here. Because our goal is to get on the admin panel first. And then get remote code execution. after that. It's very similar to a OSWA lab environment. Sorry, like exam machine. Well, I guess the labs are like that too, where you have to get on the admin dashboard and then you have to do RCE. We'll put this in my notes for later. What's up, Vincent Herrera? Thanks for stopping in. And Xtix, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping in. And Hill on One. He said, WTF, bro, easy this. By the way, if you can't see me talking to someone, I'm streaming on 4 platforms at once. I'm on Twitch, Kick, YouTube, and LinkedIn. And everyone from all platforms is chatting, except for Twitch. I haven't got a Twitch message yet, but got some Kick, LinkedIn, and YouTube. So if you see me talking to someone that you don't see, that's why. What's up, Benjamin? He said, WTF, bro, easy this. You're saying this is easy? Bro, play CTF name is Biblioteca and TryHackMe. But I want to play this. You can see my GitHub if you want. Why are you typing it all cat? Hijacked. Printer 33. Welcome to the stream. That's a first Twitch chat. So we've completed all the platforms. What am I trying to hack right now? We're doing Injectics on TryHackMe. Well, I'm doing it. But you guys come along and feel free to drop hints. Don't give me the answers though. I'll look for hints like after a while if I get too stuck. All right, so there's no like user input here. You know, I don't even got Burp Pro installed on this. What is Injectics? Is it like SQL injection? Well, Injectics is a room that is part of the injection module. So it's going to be some kind of injection vulnerability, but we don't know what kind of injection. There's multiple different types of injection vulnerabilities. It could be SQL injection, but there's other types of injections. We did ORM injection 2 weeks ago. None of these pages go anywhere. The login. Let's just try a single quote here, see if we get an error. Invalid keywords detected. Maybe there's some filtering going on. What's up, Kills Warren? Thanks for stopping in. This is a medium difficulty room, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, it's medium difficulty. None of these things go anywhere. All right, so what we're gonna do, I'm gonna do this is a fresh install of Kali Linux, by the way. So you're gonna see me install tools as I go. Let me go to my notes on my other monitor here. I'm gonna get the Furox command. I gotta install Furox Buster first. I gotta do an app update. There we go. This is like a brand new Kali Linux install. Literally just installed it today. Skex only? We'll go to the stream. What's up, Hijack? I finished a level 3 national extended diploma in IT, 2 years college. I don't know what to do next for cybersecurity. I don't even know what a level 3 national extended diploma is. The thing you should do next is whatever you want, bro. That's the thing. People get so confused. They're like, oh my God, like, what do I do next? What do I do after this, sir? What do I do after this degree? Like, literally just do whatever you want. Like, go get any cert that's interesting to you. Go get another degree if that's interesting to you. Go do a project. Do TryHackMe. Do Hack the Box. You want to do everything, by the way. You want to do whatever you want, but you should be doing as much as you want to if you're trying to land a position in the field. But you can't really go wrong. That's where a lot of people get analysis paralysis when it comes to like choosing certs. Like, bro, like if you get a cert, like it's not going to hurt you if you pick the wrong one. And there's really no such thing as picking a wrong one. They're all useful in some way, shape, or form. All right, let's go ahead and install Ferox Buster here. You got a favorite phone to run NetHunter on? Dude, I messed with NetHunter one time. I'm not impressed. I thought it was buggy. I didn't think it was interesting. Like, it was just. I don't do mobile hacking, man. It's like doing high school, but you do one big subject. Oh, okay. Still not sure what that means, though. I did a cybersecurity exam unit as part of my course and got a distinction, but it felt like I didn't really learn any practical skills. Yeah, I mean, that's most schools, man. That's how college degrees are nowadays. I would know because I have 2 college degrees. I have a bachelor's and a master's in cybersecurity, and I'm going for my MBA currently. Matter of fact, I got to type an MBA paper and submit it before midnight today after this stream. So I'm going for my MBA, and to be honest with you, I don't think school's worth it. The only reason why I'm going for a 3rd degree is because I'm a United States Air Force veteran, so I get the GI Bill, and like if I don't use it, then I don't. It's a waste. So I might as well use it. So I get to go to school for free. Well, I don't even get to go to school for free. Like I actually get paid to go to school because they give you a small housing allowance to just be in school. So it's like an little extra income for me, and I get a degree on top of it. But if it wasn't for that, I wouldn't be doing school. This is taking forever to download. The Google IT cert tomorrow. Yeah, man. Whatever. Like I said, you really can't choose wrong. That wouldn't be my first cert choice. I don't really know much about the Google IT search, to be honest with you. Any Google certs, I don't have any, and I know they're not on that many job postings. But I mean, everything's relevant. I mean, you're gonna learn something. It's gonna help you in some way, shape, or form. I think they're free too. Although the only thing I know about you is another YouTube channel called Corinne said you're legit in one of the few cybersecurity channels he recommends. Corinne? Called Corinne. Am I saying that right? I don't even know who that is. Maybe I do. But that's dope. Appreciate the shout out. Alright, let's go ahead and Ferox Buster. Let's get the command here. Alright, so it's Ferox Buster and dash URL. Let's grab our IP address. Let's grab this IP address here. Oops, did not mean to click that one. Copy. Paste the IP address. Actually, there you go. And then we're going to do a -w for wordless. User share wordless. Secless. And we want to go into discovery, and we want to go, where's the next one? Web content, and we want to go into I like the raft large directories. And then we are going to do -C, which is going to cancel out certain errors. I don't want to see 401s. I don't want to see 402s, 403s, 404s, 405s, or 406s. And same thing for 500s. And then -K to ignore certificate errors. And that's going to scan for some directories, see if we can find anything useful here. We found a PHP my admin, so that's definitely, there's flags. So, oh, that's interesting. Flags. I mean, let's see what that is. Oh, man. Forbidden. What's up, Cryptic? Welcome to stream. Thanks for stopping in. He has 145k subs. That's wild. That's a lot of subs. What's the YouTube channel name? I'll write it down. I'll check it out. You'd think I spend more time on YouTube as a YouTuber myself, but to be honest with you guys, I don't spend a lot of time on YouTube, mostly because I'll click on every dumb video that pops up and waste my time. Don't get me wrong, there's a good videos that pop up, but I wish there was a way to just to tell YouTube I only want to see cybersecurity content. You know what I mean? But it wants to distract me with literally anything else. I guess if I watch only cybersecurity content, that would be popping up, but I have a bad habit of clicking things that just look interesting that's not related to cybersecurity and just waste my time, you know? So if you started a new account and you watched only cybersecurity content, you would only get recommended cybersecurity content. But I mean, I've been rolling with the same YouTube account for years, but way before I was even in cybersecurity. So it just feeds me everything that I've been remotely interested in my entire life, ever since YouTube's been a thing. Let's go back to our terminal here. Flags was it? Let's go to PHP my admin. Man, this is sluggish. You would think it wouldn't be, since I allocated 16 gigabytes of RAM to my VM. Let's see what's on PHP my admin here. Okay, we got a login here. That's dope. I did filter out 403s. These are 301s. I want to see the 301s. I want to see the redirects. All right, that was all of it. It went through that whole word list pretty fast. We're going to do the same command, but we're going to change directories to files. See if we can find any interesting files. Script.js, that seems interesting. Man, my VM's feeling really slow. It's quite annoying. I don't need the PHP my admin part. Script.js. This is a login script. The username is an email. If username includes keyword, invalid keywords detected, return false. That's like the filtering that I was doing earlier. So I think we might be able to bypass this filter because it has all of these keywords for SQL injection. So there's got to be a way to bypass this filter. They wouldn't show me this script.js if there wasn't. If it was, this is a hint, I think, that there is SQL injection here, but we have to bypass the filter somehow. Admin login 007. All right, let's check that out. See what's on admin login 007. That's got to be interesting, right? This is the restricted area. Let's see if we get a keyword. Invalid username or password. Let's just try some basic SQL injection here. Let's let up burp here. Burp sweet. You know, we should have loaded up burp sweet to begin with. Are you familiar with Marcus Hutchins? That sounds familiar, but not ringing a bell. Feel free to remind me if you're asking me. He's really passionate about reverse engineering. Nice. All right, so I'm just going to go to target here. I want to add RIP to the scope here. We'll include the subdomains. Oh, we can't include subdomains if we have an IP address. Okay. We'll add this, and we'll add HTTPS://. There we go. Now we need to go to proxy settings, and we need to go to burp browser, and I need to allow burp to run in sandbox. Close that. Now we can open up the browser. I'm actually just going to close out of Firefox. And then I'll just go back over here. We'll intercept this request. See what happens here. Mail equals test, pass equals test. Okay. Let's just forward that. Is there just one request? Okay, good. Easy enough. So let's just, all I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna copy this. I'm going to copy this. And I'm going to open up a new terminal session here. And then I'm going to do a mousepad request.txt. Paste that request in here. And then I'm just going to do an asterisk here because I want to test this parameter, and I want to put an asterisk here because I want to test that parameter as well. I'm going to save this, and let's grab my SQL injection, SQL map command here. Just SQL map -r request.txt, which is the file -- level 5 -- first 3 batch. So it's just gonna throw everything it can at it and see if we can find a SQL injection on any of those parameters. See what happens here. The guy that stopped the 1 o'clock ransomware. That's right. Okay, no wonder why it sounded familiar. I should have known better. All right. While that's doing SQL injection stuff, we can also test for, you know what we need to do? We actually need to go back to TryHackMe real quick. And we can actually get a little bit of an idea what kind of attacks. Because honestly, man, so we got advanced SQL injection, no SQL injection, XXE injection, server-side template injection, LDAP injection, and LRM injection. So it's going to be something. It's going to be SQL injection, no SQL injection, XXE, server-side template injection, or LDAP, ORM. So it's going to be one of these. To be honest with you, I'm most familiar with SQL injection. I mean, I did complete these runes, but it's been a minute. I'd have to go back and relook. I remember ORM injection. I remember LDAP injection was kind of straightforward too. Let's come back over here, see if we got any other interesting files. Dashboard.php. Let's see what that is. That's probably the admin dashboard. We probably need admin credentials. I don't want to intercept anymore. Page isn't working. Wonder why. Why do I get so many requests to dashboard.php? It's just like tried it a million times. Con.php. Let's see what that is. Let's look at this request here. Literally just nothing. Okay. Update profile. What? This looks like, can I just update a profile? Test at test.com. Let's see what happens here. If I just give it some word data here. Profile updated successfully. Hmm. That seems like a vulnerability right there. I can just update profiles without being authenticated. It says I'm logged in. It says log out. I'm logged in. Let's go to profile. Let's go to home. Dashboard's not working. Where's the update profile? We're going to copy this to a file. We're going to call this request2. .txt. And then I'm going to do a mousepad request2.txt. And we're going to do the same thing here. We're just going to put an asterisk here at the end of this. Test for SQL injection here. Test for SQL injection here. And test for SQL injection there. Hit save, close, and we're on the same command. Hopefully this doesn't crash the machine by doing SQL injection, or sorry, SQL map on two different endpoints, but I'd like to test them both. What's up, Tattooed Effer? Welcome to the stream, man. All right. Let's come back over here, see if we can find anything else. There's a logout. Let's just log out, see what happens. Let's look at that request. Logout.php. That's SQL map in the terminal. Looking for SQL injection. Let's go back to the home. And let's hit login here, see if we can get anything here. Login as admin. Oh, that's the admin login. Where are you SQL injection that? Invalid email or password. Fair enough. Let's grab that post request. And we'll test for SQL injection here too. So we will copy to a file. We will call this request3.txt and save that. Come over here. Yeah, so this is SQL injection, sorry, SQL map running on both these tabs here. We'll just rename these. This is SQL map 2. This one's SQL map 1. This one's Furrock's Buster. It's just one R. Furrocks. There we go. And we'll do a new tab. And this is SQL map 3. All right, same deal here. We're gonna test this username parameter. So we'll put an asterisk there. For the password, we'll put an asterisk here. Function equals login. Should we test this too? Yeah, we might as well. Can't hurt. So we'll test all those parameters. And then we'll just do a SQL map on that request as well. So we'll change this to 3 and run that. SQL maps automated SQL injection, correct. Also, Pablo will run this or anything stopping in. Any advice for my in-person interview for a GRC paid co-op role at an insurance company? Josh is on wheels. We're going to stream things stopping in. I never done any interviews for GRC, but I mean, just a general interview advice, man. Just show up confident, dress well, on time. If it's in person, make sure you have a firm handshake. And the interview starts the second you park in a car, park in the parking lot. If it's a video interview, you need to treat it like an in-person interview as much as you can. Don't stare at your monitor. Stare at the webcam so it makes it look like you're giving them eye contact. And don't break eye contact with the camera. It's going to be weird because you're not going to be able to see the interviewer's face, but just stare at the camera the whole time. And I would say if it's a first interview, you know, when they say, hey, tell me about yourself, I would avoid all personal information unless, I mean, you can give them some crumbs of your personal life, but you really want to stick to why you're fit the role. So talk about your professional life. Don't talk about your personal life. No one cares how many kids you have. No one cares how many pets you have. No one cares what your hobbies are on the weekends. They just want to know if you can do the job. And then when you get hired and they start becoming closer friends or closer coworkers, then you can open up and talk about your personal life. But until you're in the company, they really don't care. So don't talk about your personal life. And yeah, just talk about your qualifications, why you deserve to be a spot on the team. Don't lie. If you don't know the answer to a question, give as much information as you can. And say that's all I know. If there's more I need to know, then I can look it up. You know, and then also don't over explain your answers either. If they ask you a question, you want to spit it out in a minute or less. And then after you're done spitting out the answer, ask them, is that enough? Ask them it like this. Is that enough, or would you like me to explain more? Be very brief with your responses. And at the end of every question, just say, is that enough, or do you want me to explain more? And then they'll say, go ahead and explain more, or they'll say, that's enough. Move on to the next question. It's in person. That's helpful advice. I wasn't sure what to say for that question, but now I got an idea. Yeah, so if you're in person, like I said, the interview starts the moment you are in the vicinity of the location. Like the interview starts the second you pull onto the property, before you even park the car. Like while you're driving through the parking lot, what you're like, they're gonna be watching you, dude. Everything that you do is just assume they're watching you. Assume they're watching you in the car. Assume they're watching you get out of the car. Assume they're watching you walk to the building. They're watching you open the door. They're watching you walk to the lobby. They're watching you sit down. Like they're watching you. Also, here's another interview tip. If you're going to in-person interview. No, I never done any in-person interviews, but make sure your car is clean. Clean your car on the inside and the outside, because people judge people based on their cars. And you don't have to have like a Lamborghini, or you don't have to have a nice car. But you need to make whatever car you have as nice as you can if you're driving a car. There's been companies that will go out in the parking lot and look inside your car and judge you based off the condition of the inside of your car. They won't hire you if there's like a bunch of trash in there. What if the car has dents? I mean, I wouldn't worry about the dents too much. I would just make sure it's clean. Like make sure the dirt's off of it, and make sure the inside of it's clean. Make sure there's no trash. Make sure there's no pet hair all over the car. Like I would clean it out. Like detail your car on the inside and out. If it has dents, then it is what it is. I wouldn't sweat. My car has dents. As a matter of fact, a quarter of my bumper isn't even on the car. And I was like, well, you can't really help it. You know what I mean? It's like sometimes. We're just watching sequel map. I should be attacking something else while we're waiting for this. I got caught up in talking to you guys. Make sure you have a firm handshake too. And if you have time, I would go get business cards made with your information on it and hand a business card to every person that you shake hands with. Every person you shake hands with, or every person you interact with, should be getting a business card and a resume. Like if there's a receptionist at the desk, hand them a resume, hand them a business card. Interviewer, hand them a resume, hand them a business card. Multiple interviewers, give every one of them a resume, give every one of them a business card. I was ready to do all that when I was doing interviews, but I never did an in-person interview. So I never actually handed people business cards and resumes, but I do have business cards and resumes like ready to go. Well, I don't have resumes ready to go. I ain't gonna lie, because I ain't looking for a job right now. But I do have business cards ready to go. What else can you do? If you do a dinner interview, it's still an interview. Like it's not. It's still you need to be very professional. There's been people that have been disqualified from jobs because they go to the dinner interview and they're sloppy, or they're treating the waitress wrong or something. Like it's you got to be top notch. And I wouldn't don't drink alcohol at dinner interviews either. I never had it at dinner interview, but I read a lot about interviewing. There's actually books on this. If you have time, go get books on how to interview. They exist. It tells you all this stuff. I'm just giving you the summary, but I would read all the books you can on interviewing. I think I read 3 or 4 books on interviewing. Just go to Amazon, look at just type in interview and just get the top rated book and read as many as you can. I'd recommend at least 3. I'm a rule of 3. Like I'll read 3 books on one topic. I don't read one book and call it good. Like when I was buying my house, I bought 3 books about how to buy a house and read them all cover to cover. Same thing with interviews. Same thing with salary negotiation too. Okay, so SQL Map 1 didn't find anything. SQL Map 2 didn't find anything yet. SQL Map 3. Oh, it found it. Look at that. Found some SQL injection, baby! Let's go! All right, so it found it in what parameter did it find it in here? In the username parameter. Is this a time-based? The backend database is MySQL. Look at that. We found SQL injection, dude. Let's show the databases here. We might be able to log right into the admin page here. So this command is very similar. This is request number 3. So we want to do basically the same command here, except we're just putting --dbs, which is basically showing the databases. See what happens here. This is a time base, so oh, it didn't work. I don't know why that didn't work. Unable to retrieve the database names. All right. It found SQL injection. It's time based. Username. Oh, I can't see the databases, so maybe this is a false positive. What if I did --SQL shell? See if that. Can we spawn a SQL shell? We have a SQL shell. Oh man, I forgot how to use this. We need to see if we can execute XP command shell. I think it's this command here. Execute SP configure show advanced options 1 when stack queries are supported. Go. Fetching SQL output reconfigured. Go. Retrieved. Okay, that sounded good. Execution policy is only available when stack queries. So it doesn't look like it's gonna let me enable XP command shell. We'll just see if we can run a command here. I don't know. It's Linux, so let's just do a ID. Yeah, we're not gonna. We do have a. Let's exit. Instead of doing an XP command shell, wonder if we can do. Wonder if we can do an OS shell. See if that works. Didn't work. Okay. Let's see if we can run a command. We can do that with this. Oops. Up arrow key. Then we'll do this. And then we'll just do an ID, see if that works. No, okay. Can I do a show databases? Can I do go? Man, that sucks. I can't even dump any database or nothing. We have SQL injection, but I'm going to do a quick Google search for SQL map. SQL shell. Oh, well, here we go. I'm currently subscribed to TryHackMe and want to do one prep practical before the OSCP. Is Hack the Block CPTS significantly better than TryHackMe Pentesting cert? I don't have either one of those certifications, but CPTS is definitely more respected. And it's going to be harder. PT1's a junior level. CPTS is like a mid level. Man, we found SQL injection, but I don't know what more I could do from here. I spawned a SQL shell, but show database, and I can't dump the database. I was hoping I could just dump the database and then log in as an admin. What if this is the intended way or not? I'm not sure. Let's try dump the databases again. See if probably not gonna work. Oops. I didn't mean to do it that way. This is gonna be request 3. Yeah, I'm able to retrieve database's name. Dang it. Okay. Well, that sucks. I was hoping that was the way. Let's go back to Frog Buster. That seems like a rabbit hole to me. You know what? Let's get a PHP my admin. Might be SQL injection vulnerability here. SQLi real connect. Access denied for user test. MySQL. Alright, let's see if there's SQL injection vulnerability here. Let's go back to burp. Let's grab that request. Set session. I'm going to copy this to a file. Call it request 4. Mousepad request 4.txt. And I don't want to test this parameter. Let's just test the username parameter here and the password parameter. Screw it. Let's just test it all. Server, we'll test this here. Server equals 1 and target equals language token. So we'll test all these parameters. There's a lot here. Maybe not a lot, but a handful. And we're going to do that same SQL injection, SQL mount command, But this time we're going to do a dash dash dbms equals MySQL. Because we know it's MySQL, and that will help us speed it up. I think I did that wrong. Oh, no, I didn't. It's not request 5, it's request 4. Okay. There we go. So it should go a little bit faster because we're not testing every kind of database, but only MySQL. This is SQL map 4. We'll put this over at the end here. SQL map 3 has a SQL injection, but I can't seem to get any data out of it. Go back over to Ferox. Let's check out functions.php. Nothing. Okay. Well, I still think that filtering on the first SQL map might have been the way to go. How many nights a week do I stream? Just one for now, just today. I'm thinking about doing more. I'd like to stream every day, but it's hard to squeeze it in with everything else I got going on. But yeah, I would like to stream every day, once a day. I'm working on it, getting more streams per week. I want to do like Q&A where I just talk to you guys the whole time rather than do the stream, or like do the hacking. I like the hacking on the stream, but when you guys ask me questions, I'm actually paying more attention to what you guys got going on in the chat than I am on my own terminal, you know? All right. I don't know what else to check as far as SQL injection goes. I mean, that's every parameter. If SQL app doesn't find it, then I'm just like, it's not meant to be. SQL map 2 is almost done. That's already testing parameter number 3. 4's got a lot. That's crazy how this found SQL injection, but I don't know how to abuse it, you know what I mean? Do I dual boot my laptop and desktop? No, I don't. I just run Kali Linux VMs on my Windows host machine. Kali Linux is meant to be ran in a VM. Some people like to run it bare metal, but I tried to run it bare metal. I couldn't get the install to work for some. It was like, uh, it just wouldn't let me install it. What's up, Jake Johns? I heard there is going to be Cyber Wars, the clash of the cyber influencer. Is that true at Wild West Denver? It was on Tyler's LinkedIn. Bro, I have no idea what you're talking about, but I'm about to. When did he say that? Let me see here. I haven't been on LinkedIn, man. I've actually installed an app on my phone to block all apps so I don't get distracted, so I get more work done. What is Cyber Wars Clash of the Cyber Influencer? What is it? What even is that? Do you ever wish you had that raw power? Uh, I mean, it would be nice if this was a bit faster, I ain't gonna lie. I have a very powerful laptop, and it's like still sluggish because it's running in a VM. If you had that post talking about the cyber clash, then feel free to post in the chat or DM it to me. I'm interested in that. That sounds interesting. What do you mean by cyber clash? He does box. He does box. He asked me if I wanted to box him. I was like, yeah, I'll box you. I don't box, but I'm down to spar. I'm talking to him here shortly. I'm gonna get him on the podcast again. Spoiler alert. He's gonna be on the podcast sometime this month. We're gonna do the recording on the 10th. And that episode's probably gonna drop on let's see here. Let me look at the calendar. So the recording's on the 10th. That recording will probably drop on the 26th, end of the month. Last Hackers Cash episode of the month. What podcast? My podcast. It's called the Hackers Cache, the show that decrypts the secrets of cybersecurity one bite at a time. New episodes every Wednesday. I interview other professionals in the field. I do solo episodes too. I do Q&A episodes once a month, and I do solo episodes once a quarter. But most of the episodes are I bring in a guest who actually works in the field, not some influencer. Some of them are influencers, but they're real influencers. They're people who actually work in the field. And there's a very strict standard for my guests. They have to be a offensive security professional who's done real work in the field, or a defense cybersecurity professional who's done real work in the field who also has some kind of offensive security certification, like OSCP, CPTS, PMPT, like that. Also, try on Rot here. Oh, if I'm saying your name right, I'm probably saying it wrong. Thanks for stopping. How you doing today? He said, "War of the cyber influencers, bro." That sounds so interesting. I can't find. I'm looking on his LinkedIn right now to find that post. I can't find it. Someone send me that post. If not, I'll ask him when I talk to him again. All right, Death Bestower. Thanks for stopping in, man. You was here right when I went live. I think you was here before I went live. So I appreciate the support as always, man. And hopefully you got some value out of the stream. I know it's been kind of boring, but I'm just waiting for these SQL map commands to run. I don't know what else to try. I think if these SQL maps don't work, I think I'm gonna ask for an assist from Echo or something, or maybe look up a write up, but we're running out of time. This is just going really slow. Speaking of raw power, it would be nice if this was faster. But it could be a network thing, not a hardware thing, you know? Oh, I didn't mean to go. Oh, if I click on my other monitor, it does that? Oh, interesting. Hmm. Parrot installs work way nicer for me than Kali's. Kali also doesn't like to support multi-monitor with their original display driver that comes with it. Yeah, it used to though. That's the thing. It used to work, but it don't work anymore, and it's been frustrating me. I might. I'm glad you said something because I didn't have a reason. I'm the kind of guy like if it's not broke, don't fix it. So that's why I never went to Parrot OS. But if you're saying Parrot OS works with multi-monitors, bro, I'll make the switch today. Because Kali used to work multi-monitors. I remember I used to use like what year are we in? We're in 2025. I think I used the 2023, no, maybe the 2024.2. So the second 2024 Kali Linux forever. And I finally upgraded to 2025-3, which is what we're running on right now. And I'm like, surely they fixed the multi-monitor mode a year later. Nope, still broken. Dude, I will. I'll switch. I'll make a whole YouTube video about it. How to fix the multi-monitor issue in Kali Linux. It's just me showing you how to install Parrot. That'd be the title of the video. How to fix multi-monitor issue in Kali Linux. People think I want to be like doing all this elite bash scripting and stuff, and it's just me installing Parrot. EC Council put me on game. What's that mean though? Put you on game? Is it like put you on game for like Parrot OS? You know what we could do? I know we haven't done yet. Is Rustscan? Can I install by just typing in Rustscan? No. App install Rustscan. I don't think it works. Nope. Yeah, you're too old to understand. I'm too old? Dang! Alright, fair enough, I guess. I'm officially old. Damn. Yeah, I gotta download it. That's what I'm gonna do. I was just thinking about how old I was, because Josh and else called me old. I was thinking, I'm like, dude, no one's ever called me old before. That means I'm officially old now. I'm trying to figure out what the difference between these two are. This is .1. Is this like a copy or something? I'll download this one. We'll extract this. Oh my god. tar gzip.zip. Now it's just a tar.gzip. Can I extract again? There we go. Can I double click this to run it? How do I run stuff in a GUI? Did it work? I don't know if it worked. I've never installed it by just double clicking it like that. Is Rustscan on the machine? No. Just run Rust scan like this. Oh, there it is. How do I put it in my path, though? That's all right. What's the syntax? I guess I can just do that H. Dash A for addresses. We gotta get our IP address. And dash R for range. Dash R for 1 through 65,535. We'll just scan all the ports. 22's open. You haven't missed much, printer. Because I'm still trying to figure out how to get. We'll run this again, see if it make sure it didn't miss any ports. All right, yeah, it's just 80. So we didn't. There's not another web app somewhere else. So that's good to know. Dang, dude. Yeah, I'm still trying to get SQL injection to work here. Well, I did get SQL injection to work. It says SQL app did find this parameter vulnerable to SQL injection, but it didn't let me dump databases. It didn't let me execute commands with XP command shell. I couldn't list the databases at all. Hmm. I'm gonna close out a Rust scan because we don't need that anymore. I figured out the version of PHP on admin. I did not. I just wasn't really looking for that because I would assume it's some kind of injection vulnerability, which is why I'm looking for injection vulnerabilities. I wasn't looking for like any like exploitable stuff or like RCE off the rip. But I could be wrong. Yeah, I already tried SQL injection to bypass the login. Well, I guess I didn't try it on this one. Let's do. That didn't work. SQL map 2 didn't find anything. So it's SQL map 4. Let's see if Echo gave me a hint here. I'm going to call on for an assist. Just said I'm stuck, I guess. Hey, I'm stuck. Well, this didn't help. It should automatically know what I'm trying to do. I'm already in the room. That's not very helpful. Can you share more? Like, you should just know. I think I spelled Injectics wrong. Injectics. Injectics. To start, focus on identifying a login endpoint that is vulnerable to SQL injection. This is the first step towards getting access to the admin panel. I found it SQL injection, but I don't know how to. I already found that. I kind of gave up on it because. Oh, so it is SQL injection. That's what I thought. I mean, that's why I've been trying to do SQL injection this entire time. And then we did find SQL injection right here, but I can't figure out how to dump the database. So I'll just feed this to Echo and see what he says. Or she. Is Echo a male or female? And if you tell me there's more than one gender, I'm banning you. What happens when you use that injection? Nothing. Like, it works as an injection point. I need to. You know what I could do? I got an idea. I learned this actually very recently. Let's do this. Actually, let's look here. We'll keep letting this one roll. There might be SQL injection in there because there's multiple login panels, so we might as well check all of them, right? Let's do SQL map dash H. So what we want to do here is we want to specify what type of techniques. I think it's just dash dash technique. Yeah, here we go. Dash dash technique. BEU is what we want to test for. So just do dash dash technique equals BEU. So we'll do dash dash technique equals BEU. And the reason why we're doing this is because we found time base, but time base is weird sometimes. So we're going to eliminate time base and see if we can find a different technique. And then I'm going to specify DBMS equals MySQL to only test for MySQL queries and see if that helps. Actually, we're going to cancel this as well. Because this is in, what parameter is this in? It's in the parameter number 1. So let's do mousepad request 3. So parameter number 1, let's not even test parameter number 2 because we know the injection point is in parameter number 1. So we'll do this again. And hopefully it finds a different technique this time that's not time-based. Because time-based, it is a little weird sometimes. We'll see what happens here. And if this doesn't work, there's some other things we can try with this. So Vishal, welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping in. How you doing today? What's the overall goal now? What's up, Underwear? How's it going, man? Dude, we're just trying to break into the web app here. We found SQL injection, but I'm trying to find SQL injection with a different technique because time-based is a little weird. So I eliminated time-based in SQL map and see if we can find some other technique in this SQL injection vulnerability that I found. And then if it works, then the goal is to dump the database, maybe get a password, then log into the web app. I think that's what we're supposed to be doing on this challenge. This is the TryHackMe Injectics room. I sort of say Injectics. It moved to parameter number 2. Why? I didn't. How did it? I thought I saved this. Why did it test parameter number 2? Must have been cached or something. Wonder why that didn't find it. Probably because it works. Money on the 46. I don't know what that means. What do you mean by money on a 46? All right, man. See you later. Thanks for stopping by. Take care, bro. Wonder what this is. Let's get rid of the batch. Hit yes on this. See if SQL Map 4 found anything. No. Oh, this isn't the login page. Oh, yes, it is. This is. Functions.php. Wait, what? Why? That's what functions wrong? Yeah, I found yeah, 3 different login pages. I don't know why functions.php's not showing that anymore. Oh, you know what? I think it's let's come back up here. Is it the admin login? Yeah, because on the admin login, the next one is a post to functions.php. So let's go to admin login 007. Oops. This should have sent a post request to functions. It didn't. So I found why is SQL Map 3? Hit no on this. It was SQLmat 3 that found it, right? Yeah. But how did functions show me a login page earlier, but now it's not? That's what I'm a little confused about. This is clearly request 3, functions.php. I did send a username and password to functions.php. Wonder why I can't do that again. Oh, I see now. Did you read all 3K pages for the CEH exam? 3K pages? No, my study guide was only like maybe 5 to 800 pages, somewhere around in there. Probably 5 to 700 pages, I think. But I did read it all. All right, let's do dash u http :/ I did make a post to functions.php, but now it's not working. I might have broke the web app. That's a very real possibility. Because functions PHP was working, and now it's not. All right, we'll just do dash data What's the parameters for this? We'll copy this, paste this here, and then we want to do a -p for the username parameter, because that's where we know. Username -- level 5 - risk 3 - batch - dbms equals MySQL - let's get rid of the -- technique. Let's just try this. See if this works. All right, Paolo. Thanks for stopping in. You said you got a sponsorship for GAC? That's nice. It's like $10,000 certs, man. Oh, you know what? My cookie might have expired. That's a possibility. See what happens here. This worked earlier. I think I broke it because functions.php had a web page here earlier. Like it had a login page here. Am I just tripping, or if this doesn't work, I'm gonna revert to machine and see what happens. I think that's my problem. I think the machine might have broke. That'd be funny if that was the problem the whole time. I broke the VM and didn't even know it. Like I found the vulnerability but couldn't exploit it because the machine died. That'd be some stuff. We'll see what happens. Ugh, this is getting boring. I wish I can speed this up. All right, let's revert to machine. I think it's broken, dude. Let's add an hour and, well, I guess I should have terminated, not add an hour. Start the machine again. Might have hit the database a little too hard there. All right, let's try this now. Let's go back to our burp suite. Let's go to the target. Let's add a machine to the scope because we got a new IP address now. HTTP : and for the heck of it, even though it's not run HTTPS, we'll add it anyways. HTTPS : All right, now let's. Where's functions? Let's navigate the functions again with that new IP address. No page. How did I get here before, bro? No, I don't pay for VPN. I used to when I was in Korea. Because some online games wouldn't let me play with like American people because I was on Korean internet. So I bought a well, there was a beta for Mortal Kombat 11 and they said it was only available in North America. So I bought a VPN to make my tunnel my traffic through North America to be involved with that beta. I don't know how it found the SQL injection earlier, but now it's not finding it. You know what I mean? Hmm. I'll be right back. I gotta get some water. Thirsty. Um. Yeah, man. I don't know why it's not working now. It was working fine. Now it's not. So it's. Was it dashboard? So it was like this page here. I don't know. It's like I can't find that login page that I found the SQL injection on. That's what's confusing me the most. Like I found it, submitted data to it, and then now it's nowhere to be found, even after a revert. It's not even after revert, it's still not even loading up the pages. I think the machine's just broken, dude. It's not even loading. No, the revert doesn't have the same IP. It's not even after revert. It's not loading though. So there's clearly something going on. Now, I know that page exists. This page works. The admin login's not working. If we hit login as admin, you can find. Oh, there it is. Why is it loading here but not here? Oh, because I don't got the. Oh, it's because it's a different IP. How did that happen? Oh, I know how that happened. I got it. Okay. Got it. Got it. Got it. But still, when I go to functions.php, there's still no login here. How did I send a post request to functions.php? That's what I don't understand. I clearly did it earlier. It's in the burp logs. I don't know, man. What a mystery to me. I, I clearly sent a post request, and that's where I found SQL injection to functions.php, but it's not working anymore. So here it is. Post functions.php, username test, password test. Like I sent this data, but now when I go to functions.php, it's nowhere to be found. You know what I mean? Oh, here we go. Here's a post of functions.php. Oh, which one is this? Maybe this is the main login. Let's try this again. Let's type in Kyser and Clark for the password. No, that's for the admin login. Let's go back to the regular login. There we go. That's a post request invalid. How's this? Invalid. There we go. Okay. So this is the SQL injection location. But what I don't understand, paste this here. So this first parameter is the vulnerable parameter. Let's go back to SQL injection here. Dash dbms equals MySQL dash technique equals BEU, and we want to change this to request 5. Let's see if this works. But we already tried this, but I don't know. I'm thinking it has something to do with this. let's where was my Furrox? There we go. Yeah, it was script.js. I called this out earlier, but we didn't explore this more. Let's try this. Because if you do a single quote here, like you do a regular bypass here, invalid keywords detected. Okay, cool. But if you go here to script.js, it literally tells you if it'll tell you invalid keywords detected if it has a keyword. So if it has or, and, union, select, or double quotes or single quotes. So this has got to be a hint to say that we got to bypass this simple filter here. So maybe let's send this to repeater. And then let's try like maybe it's just checking this on client side, you know what I mean? Not server side. So let's do single quote or one equals one. We got a URL and code this. But it's only a client side filter you're already bypassing if you're manually crafting a request. Yeah. We'll see if this works. Where is a convert selection to URL? URL and code key characters. Okay. Let's send that. Invalid email or password. Oh, you know what? There's got to be a semicolon here, right? We will convert this to URL. Oops. How did I delete this? There we go. Invalid username or email. Huh. One equals one colon dash dash space dash. There we go. That's what I need. I need another dash in there. And then URL and code that. Does that do anything? I can't, SQL map can't find that vulnerability again. Wonder if there's a, let's go to advanced SQL injection. Was there like any bypasses in here? Filter evasion techniques. There we go. Ah, okay, here we go. So if we do %27 instead of the single quote, because single quote is filtered, we should be able to just, and then or is also filtered. Remember that? So if we come back over here, or is also filtered. It's an invalid keyword. So is a single quote. So, and then, let's go back to the filter evasion bypasses on the bypass advanced SQL injection room. This represents the or. So if we just copy this and we place that here, that might work. Success! You don't say. So can I just do... Okay. So how can I log in that way? Let's just do it like this. I think if I do it... Let's go back. What's up, Macus? Welcome, Dev. Oh, I'm logged in now as a dev. Oh, sick. Oh, we can edit this stuff. Oh, sick. All right. Was it flags.php? What was the URL for flags? Or was it just /flags? Let's see here. It was like flag something. It's just /flags right here. We found this earlier. So if we go to /flags, should be able to find a flag maybe. We are logged in. Oh, I thought we were logged in. All right, let's go back then. We're logged in as the dev. All right, well, we can edit these entries. Let's see if there's SQL injection in one of these. Let's just hit update on this. And we'll go back to our proxy. Post. Okay, let's right click, copy to a file. And we'll call this request 6.txt. And we'll just do... Hey, I love your podcast, but I find you on Fountain. Fountain, is that one of the podcast platforms I'm on? I use Buzzsprout and it kind of just like spreads out all my podcasts on all the podcast platforms for me. But that's sick. What is Fountain? Interesting. That's cool. I'm glad you like the podcast. All right, let's do mousepad request6.txt. Now what we're going to do is we're just going to do the same thing. SQL injection until we profit here. We'll just put asterisks in all of these here. Rank equals 1 and country equals no, rank equals 1, country and country equals, is the country not in the code? Let's just close out of this. I don't want to save this. I messed up this request. So country is nothing. So let's just put an asterisk there. Rank, we'll put an asterisk there. Gold equals 22. We'll put an asterisk here. Silver equals 21. Bronze equals this. All right, let's do a SQL map again, but we're going to do request 6 for this. And we're going to do dash dash dbms equals MySQL. See what happens there. Request 6 doesn't exist because I forgot the T. Request 6. There we go. Let's try that. If you set up a wallet there, we can tip you sats. Oh. Interesting. Well, I appreciate your willingness to tip. I didn't even consider. I didn't even know fountain was a thing. You said fountain at film here? Let's look for my podcast. So no, it's actually on here. Let's check it out. Nice. I don't think I post to fountain directly. Wonder where they're getting that information from. Let's look here. Probably from like a podcast feed. Yeah, that's what I'm thinking of. I might post there because my podcast hosting app gives me a bunch of options, and I just enable literally all of them. I was like, oh, well, I'm on my podcast everywhere, dude. Directories. Yeah, Fountain's not one of them. So, I mean, Apple Podcast, Spotify, Amazon Music, Podcast Index, YouTube, iHeartRadio, Podcast Addict, Podchaser, Pocket Cast, Deezer, Listen Notes, and Player FM is where I upload to. But I guess Fountain pulls it from one of those. That's cool. I'm not mad. I was just curious. I mean, I'm sure my podcast is on a bunch of other apps too. Can people rate on Fountain? Charts. Since I found you there, I followed you on YouTube and Twitch. Nice. I appreciate it, man. Yeah, I mean, there's way more content than the podcast. The podcast is just one piece of the content that I put out. As you probably already found out by going to my YouTube channel, I do all kinds of stuff. Probably do too much, to be honest with you. You think I'll find SQL injection here? I hope I do. It would be nice. What's up, Wire Dog? How's it going, man? What's up, Tai Quan? Go. I don't know why that makes me laugh, but that's a cool name. Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping in. Also, thanks for shouting out the stream and ask people to like and subscribe. I didn't do that yet. Jake John says, "Who do you think is the most overrated cyber YouTuber and underrated cyber YouTuber?" Man, I don't think I don't think there's really any overrated cyber YouTubers because everyone's got a unique flavor. You know what I mean? Everyone explains things differently. And just because you don't like them, like, or the way they present or the way they make videos, doesn't mean other people don't. And I don't really, I don't consume a lot of cybersecurity YouTube content, if I'm honest. I'm too busy making my own content. I create way more content than I consume. So I'll be honest with you, man. I don't really know what everyone else is doing. I'm just worried about what I do on my channel. I've gotten some inspirations from some channels. So some of the top channels that I like personally are John Hammond's huge inspiration. Uh, Gerald Auger, Simply Cyber, huge inspiration. Tyler Ransby, huge inspiration. I learned a lot from. Oh my gosh, why can't I think of his name right now? Drawing a blank. It's been a minute since I've watched his content. Actually, I never really watched his content. He did the INE course. What's his name? Oh my gosh. Hackersploit. He did the INE EJPT course. He was an instructor for that. I learned so much from him. I watched a little bit of his YouTube videos, but I mean, he gave me a lot of inspiration too. Infosec Pat's a really good guy. Like just talking to him in person, he's very nice. I was actually on his podcast last week. But as far as underrated, man, I don't know. I'm sure there's somebody making out really good content that's not getting noticed. But I've only watched a small handful of videos of each of those YouTubers that I just mentioned. Nuking with SQL map, you you know it, dog. Dude, I throw a SQL map at everything because I'm lazy. I'm like, I don't want to manually exploit this, but let's see if the auto exploit works first. Then I'll try to go manual stuff. I'll have to pull the rate up if this doesn't work because we're running out of time. I did not want to stream for 3 hours, and here we are, 3 hours in, and I gotta get off here soon. Actually, I don't even think I'm gonna finish this room today because I do gotta get off. I am running out of time. I should have got off an hour ago, really. I did not plan on streaming this long. So if this doesn't work, I'm gonna get off. And then I'll just reattack this next week on the next stream. Normally I don't like to leave the stream hanging. I'll just go get the answer and find it and just call it done. But I don't even have time to do that, guys. I really don't, unfortunately. This web app stuff's confusing. I mean, there's a lot that goes into web app pen testing for sure. What's up, fella? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping in. Have you heard much about LLM cybersecurity before? I was possibly interested in looking at it more. LLM cybersecurity? Yeah, that's a testing type. Like you can AI hack. I have videos on this. Just go to my AI hacking playlist. There's two of them in there. There's going to be one added in there every month where I pen test LLMs and AI models. Do you know where I can learn process injection? Um, I think Mao Dev Academy might. I heard that one's good. I never use it personally. I learned about process injection through the OSEP, the OSEP, some people like to call it, from OffSec, Offensivesecurity Experienced Penetration Tester certification. That's the Pen 300. That's where I've got into process injection for the first time. I'm sure there's other resources, but I'm not 100% sure. It's the only place I've actually seen it in as far as training goes. I only could do prompt injection on GPT-4, never GPT-5. That makes sense. It keeps getting better and better. It's going to get harder and harder to do prompt injection, just like it's harder and harder to do SQL injection in the real world. Like, SQL injection used to be everywhere. Now it's like pops up. It's less. It's still there is SQL injection in the real world. It's just not as common as it used to be. Oh, it says it's injectable. Did it say it's injectable? I could have sworn it said appears to be my parameter replace make set injectable. Okay. See what happens here. Ah, false number 3 is a false positive. Oh, I found one. Oh, I found one. MySQL Boolean blind. What payload? Payload parameter number 3. It says it was a false positive, but then it says is vulnerable. Let's do dash dash DBS. See if we can list the databases here. SQLNet was not able to fingerprint the backend database management system. Well, you don't have to. I already figured it out. It's MySQL. Let's just get rid of that then. Unable to retrieve database names. Dude, what the heck? Well, we found that parameter number 3 is vulnerable to SQL injection, and we're just going to have to leave it at that. We'll have to continue. We'll have to continue next week, guys. Because I got to get off here. I got stuff to do. I got a school paper due in 2 hours and 15 minutes. I got to type. So, sorry to leave you guys hanging. Sorry I didn't solve this. But hey, you know, such is life when it comes to hacking. Like, sometimes you just don't figure it out, dog. So, like, sometimes it be that way. Oh, speaking of OSCP, someone asked me, oh yeah, how did you prepare for OSCP? I have an entire video on that. And by the way, I'm going to make another video about that this month. But you can watch the old video. But I'm telling you right now, the how to pass OSCP video, I'm just going to spill the beans. I'm going to be doing an updated version of that video. But yeah, just go to my YouTube. It's one of my top videos. It's like how to pass OSCP on your first try, or how I pass OSCP on my first try is what it's called. And so that's like a 45-minute video, very long, but depending on your definition of long. But for me, that's long to dedicate for a YouTube channel. But it's got all the information you need. Like if you watch that, like you're set. Promise you, you'll be set. But I'm going to make a new one, an updated one. It's going to be a lot shorter than that. I'm just going to be under 20 minutes so you can get the information a lot faster. And I have updated information when it comes to OSCP because I passed 2 other offset exams since then. And I got some secret sauce that I've never, ever, ever, ever said publicly before about the OSCP exam that is really going to help people out, I think. But I'll leave it at that. It's going to be in the video. The updated how to pass OSCP video. In OSCP, aren't they teach about binary exploitation? I want something that's more Windows-based injection. I took... No, I said OSEP earlier for process injection. OSE is an echo. That's the Pen 300, not the Pen 200. They don't really do... There's no process injection in OSCP. Thanks, WireDog, for sharing that video link. Yeah, I would say watch that in the meantime and then stay tuned for the updated OSCP video. Because like I said, it's dropping. When is it dropping? I haven't made it yet, but I'm gonna make it. I think this weekend. No, not this weekend. Couple weeks. Give it a couple weeks. It will be this month. I can't pull my calendar. I don't know why I can't. This is okay. What day? Dude, what does Windows 11 do? I just upgraded to Windows 11. Like, how do I see the calendar, bro? You know what I mean? Like, how does this work? Oh, here it is. I have to hit the up arrow key. Okay, well, that's dumb. I don't care about these notifications. Get out of here. All right, so what's today? Today's the 4th. So Friday. What video is dropping Friday? I'm going to have a technical video on Friday. I think I'm going to do Wi-Fi attacks. I got to make that video. I got 2 days to make it. I got Wednesday and Thursday to make it. I'm going to drop it on Friday. And then I drop my videos on Fridays typically, but then on the 11th, I'm doing a for Veterans Day, I'm doing a roadmap for transitioning service members. So that one's not for everybody, but I figured I'd give back to the veteran community since I'm a veteran myself and help transitioning service members break into cybersecurity. So that's what's dropping on the 11th. And then the 21st, that will be the day. November 21st. Mark your calendar. That's going to be the day the update OSCP video comes out. November 21st on Friday. And if you are a YouTube member, you get early access to the videos. You will have access to that about a week early. I'll probably upload that on the 16th. If you're a member, you'll get to watch it on the 16th. But if you're not a member, you don't have to pay me money. You will get it for free. You just gotta wait till Friday, the 21st. Members just get early access to the same videos. All right, guys. Well, I gotta get going. Thanks for watching. Sorry I couldn't finish this room. It's very unfortunate. Oh, you guys can't even see my calendar. My webcam was covering up. But yeah, I will. I guess I'll just resume this one for next week. This was more of a challenge than I thought it was gonna be, to be honest with you. So we'll just leave off or continue where we left off. We know parameter 3's vulnerable to SQL injection. We just gotta finagle it, I think, here, like we did the last time. Probably have to manually exploit it, to be honest with you. So it found parameter 3 being vulnerable, but it couldn't. We probably just need to manually do this. So hopefully I see you on the next stream. If you're not following the channel, hit the subscribe button. If you're on Twitch or Kick, hit the follow button. If you're on YouTube, hit the like button. If you're on LinkedIn, I don't even think you can't like, I think you can like it. Yeah, go ahead and give it a reaction. And we got a new Hackers Cash episode dropping tomorrow. That's what I'm going to do after I'm done typing my paper. That's why I got to go. That's why I can't stay on. I got to type my school paper and then I got to edit a podcast episode. All right, guys. See you later. Thanks for watching. Thanks for hanging out. You guys take care. Stream will resume next week, same time, Tuesday.